Hi, this is Lori Saturday Trask, and this is the Lori Saturday Live Show. And we are here today with Gail Lynn from the Life Center. And Gail has what is called the Harmonic Eggs, which is a sonic sound bath. And we are going to talk to her today about how she came to invent these, about what they do for the body, how they can put the body in a healing phase. We're going to go over her location, how to contact her, just every little thing about the Life Center that we can think of today. And this is part 1 of 2. We're going to have another, we're going to have another small session where we're just going to go through the Life Center because it's really beautiful, and we're about to put the 3rd egg in soon. So it's going to be an amazing place to come and visit and heal, and so we're just going to not have time for everything in one session. So we're going to do the interview today, and then we'll do the walkthrough in part 2.
I had no idea we were going to do this. What's going on?
We're going to come in and do it while you're going to Spain. It'll be okay. Tell us real quick, you're about to go to Spain for a
Music as Medicine conference.
So
I'm hoping to learn from medical doctors how they're using music as medicine in their practice.
Oh my gosh.
Because they are.
That's so exciting.
Just mostly not in the United States.
Right, exactly.
So I'm hoping the lineup's going to be really good, and we're going to pass out some marketing material about the egg.
The egg. This is 1 of 2 in the center right now, and isn't it beautiful? You can't really see it that good, but when we do the walkthrough, we're going to take you through like you're a client, and just
we did the Google 360
do the egg
view of it too.
Oh, that's on the website, right?
Yes.
Why don't you tell everybody the name of the website?
The name of the website, lifecenter.us. So lifecenter.us.
And that's going to be on the card at the end of this interview. But what I want to get to really quick is give us I know it was a really long, like 8-year process, but how did you,
years?
Yeah, 8,000 year process, really and truly, going back to past life after past life after past life. You were in the corporate America for quite a while.
25 years.
Wow. And how did this happen? So tell us about how you merged into something completely, at least 180 degrees off the course.
Well, I almost died after doing corporate America, starting out in automotive 10 years, then telecom for 7 years, and I'm just going to tell that quick story, and then Hollywood for 7 years with Elvis Presley's stepbrother. People don't even know he has a stepbrother, right?
What's the name of the movie again?
Protecting the King.
Yeah, Protecting the. It's a really good movie.
16-year-old boy goes to work for his world famous stepbrother, happens to be Elvis Presley, and protects him from everything but himself. How many times have I said that?
Too many. That was awesome.
So after that, I was in severe cardiovascular stress, migraine headaches, asthma, cystic acne, hair falling out, and I have lots of hair.
You do.
It's all grown back.
Tons. We could do hair commercials.
Yeah, right. Totally. We're sisters. You guys didn't know that. So no, literally, I did almost die, and I knew I had to make some life changes. Mm-hmm. So I went to the Arizona Center that had the first iteration of this sound chamber called the Life Vessel.
And that was what year?
That was in 2007. Wow. It was invented in.
That was the year we met, by the way. We met in 2007, so this is not my first meeting with her.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
So it was invented in 1997. So 2007 went out there.
Oh, okay.
And I have an engineering mind because of the automotive background.
Absolutely.
So I thought it was just phooey, woo-woo medicine, but it got me out of severe cardiovascular stress in 1 session.
Wow.
So I knew that it was doing something, but I don't know what the autonomic nervous system was.
Mm-hmm.
So it was explained to me that the autonomic nervous system is your fight or flight and your rest and digest, the 2 parts to the nervous system. And we're not really supposed to live in that fight or flight all the time, because eventually you're going to either die or you're going to get out of the dangerous situation. So you'll get out of fight or flight and you go back to the rest and digest. I lived in fight or flight.
Making those hormones that are just so bad for you.
Yeah. So the unit actually worked. It was amazing. And I didn't notice it right away because I thought, didn't do anything, the silly light box. And then 2 months later, my eyesight had improved, my asthma was gone, and my migraines were better. So I continued to do sessions every year for about 3 years there. And I thought, if this is doing this for me, how can it help other people?
Right.
So I brought it to Denver, Colorado in 2010, a Life Vessel Center. But then, as I looked at this box, how can we make it better?
Mm-hmm.
And had a vision, basically a dream, a download, a channeled, vision, and drew this up on a piece of paper. And a guy decided he could make it for me, so it took a year.
After so many people told you that it couldn't be done.
God, everybody's
like, this cannot happen. Not with the wood.
Miracle.
Not with wood.
Yeah.
It had to be plastic or metal.
Yeah, but it
this
wouldn't
is
have had
wood.
good acoustics.
Right.
It would have been horrible acoustics with metal.
Right. No.
So it's made out of birch and pine wood. It's amazing acoustics in there, and so it came to fruition probably like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 2 summers ago. Yeah.
It's so exciting. I remember the prototype. It wasn't near this pretty.
It was pretty.
But it was still super cool to be one of the first people to get into this spaceship, because that's what it looks like to me.
It worked.
Yeah. So tell us really quick about my experience with this. Is that I got to experience the Life Vessel in your first place. And then the Genesis machine was the next technology, which was just more of an octagon type shape, right?
It was a circle 360 on a horizontal axis only.
Okay.
So we wanted 360 every which way.
Everywhere. We want to get it all over, bathe in sound.
Yeah.
And the frequency and the vibration, and then color therapy on top of that.
Right. And people get confused because they want 528 hertz, they want 440 hertz, they want 432 hertz. But this is the geometry that we're using, is creating the healing environment without having to really focus on the hertz.
Right.
So it's creating that environment for healing inside the geometry of an egg with the golden mean ratio and the angles of the pyramids and really ancient technologies.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in her past life, she already did this in the pyramids. That's how she was able to bring it forward into this life, I think. So that was a really cool thing. That I know that she was meant to bring this forward. Many of my clients have already had a session. Many of the meditation group that we do have been in and had a session, and everybody's story is just amazing. I don't think, since I've been here experiencing this with you, there's not been one person that's gotten out and gone, eh.
Yeah. That's the amazing
Nobody
thing.
does that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, wait a minute, I gotta sit down for a second.
Yeah. Or they run out of there and they run into the living room and they go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Or they channel for 30 minutes after, or tell us about all the entities that were in there, healing them and doing. I mean, we have heard it all. We've heard it all.
Well, and there's intention.
Crazy.
The intention that people set. So we asked people, what do you want to work on? So a guy came in last week and said, I have lower back pain, doctors can't help me, yada yada, blah blah blah. And we set the intention for his back pain, which we think was emotional.
Yes.
One session, he said his back felt ridiculously good.
I know.
And then the lady with the 2 epidurals.
Oh yeah.
2 epidurals, she said it's just really uncomfortable in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
So we set the intention. The next day, she said it's gone.
Yeah.
Why? How?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, and the other thing I want to talk about that I think is so weird is that after helping you for a while, I've noticed that when we open the door, everybody smells different, and sometimes people smell really, really like very metally, like they're detoxing. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So when your autonomic nervous system comes into balance, you're releasing emotional, physical, and environmental trauma at a cellular level. So the environmental trauma can be heavy metals, can be candida, can be a urine smell, if there's kidney and bladder issues. Some people really, and it doesn't insult us, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's actually good, it's coming out of the body. Anesthesia, chemotherapy, just what the body has in excess or an over amount will just kind of burst out of your pores and stink up the room.
Which is just proof that it's doing something. Right? I mean, you don't just sit in a box for 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and then all of a sudden start smelling funky and feeling like you're detoxing. which is another reason that you have everybody drink the electrolytes
Right.
afterwards and replenish so that they, can sit for a minute and gather their self and have
Right.
their wits about them.
And the minerals will help pull toxins
Yeah.
out as well. So yeah,
Right.
yeah, bring it back to the planet.
And we have, what I've noticed is that there is a clientele from all over the board. Like you have doctors, surgeons, nurses, PAs, shamans,
Massage
Reiki
therapists, yeah.
practitioners,
Men, women,
massage
children.
therapists, just regular. Another lovely thing is the couples that are adopting the children from other countries and trying to detox the trauma and the bad food and things
connect with them.
and connect with them.
Yeah.
That is just the most heartwarming thing I think that I've seen here that is just so cool. Like to say I can put my child on my lap, go into the egg and bond
Not if
with
your child's 20.
not your child. But my baby's 21. Dakota wants to go in there with me. He's still skinny enough he can sit in my lap. But to bond with these kids and to bring something. It can be a very spiritual experience.
Right.
It can be a very healing experience. It just caters to what somebody needs and what their
Right.
intentions are.
Not what you want,
Right.
but what you need.
What you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just fascinating how that happens. We have seen people come in and I've seen them tell you, I want really loud music and I want you to put me on blah, 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 and this light and that light, and you're just like,
I don't come to your place of business and tell you how to do your job.
Well, let me do this.
But no, seriously, when you turn up the sound too loud, you can throw them into a
Yeah.
fight or flight situation. So as much as, and a lot of times it's men
Mhm.
that want to be bouncing out of there with the vibrations, but it's really not healthy for the body.
Right.
So yeah, we tell them no. And then the light colors, we can pick the light colors based on your symptoms and what chakras might be out of balance. So I think it's about 5 modalities in one when you look at the frequencies, the vibrations, the sound waves, the light waves, and then a resonant chamber that you're enclosed in the resonant frequency.
Absolutely. And I just have to say, I had an epiphany. Actually, I had a dream one night, and in this dream,
You had a dream about me?
I had a dream about your eggs, her eggs. I was in the egg, and you know how sometimes they just knock me out when I go in for a session. Like I literally feel like they put me under anesthesia, and I feel something funny. I get really not woozy, but everything starts spinning a little bit, and then I'm out. And then I don't wake up until she opens the door. But I remembered this one dream the last time I was in, and it was like telling me this is the healer's healing. And the really cool thing about that is that we have this is a metaphysical community that we are pretty much marketing to for the talk show. And so a lot of you are healers, you're readers, whether you're shamans, whether you're Reiki practitioners, hands-on healing touch. There's a million different modalities out there. A lot of times people will not let anybody touch them because they're like, oh, I'm so picky about who does work on me. And I do work on a lot of healers because we have a rapport with each other, and they know that I won't work on them if I'm not feeling well.
Right.
I won't work on them if I'm angry or I've had a bad day. I'll call them up and say, no, I can't do this because I want it to be as pure of a channel as it possibly can. And people respect that, but this is like not putting anybody else's energy into you or not having to worry about that. This is for the price or less of some of the healing modalities that are out there. The healers can come in and get a pure energy session.
It's consistent and repeatable.
Yeah.
This egg will not go through a divorce. It won't have a bad day. It won't get cut off in traffic, I promise. That would be scary. The egg going down the road. But we need all these healers to heal themselves so that they can be neutral and healthy to work on other people.
Yeah.
So I'd say 50% of the clients are healers.
Right.
Of some sort.
And I think that's plus healer. Don't come in here and tell her how to do her job. Just let me.
I'll let you know about it.
Yeah. But it is amazing that you can come in. Bianca and I were talking about this earlier today. Is we have a really dear friend who is an amazing healer and reader and channel and medium, just amazing, and how she really needed some work done on herself. Like we were like both around her and we were like, oh my gosh, like she's sponged too much stuff off of other people, and now it's settled in her, kind of. So we did some work on her and tried to clear it out, and now we're like, how do we help her to keep clear? And I think this is the way to help her keep clear, is to say, hey, come do the egg. Do it once a month, twice a month, once a week, whatever you can do, but it will help, it will clear, it will do all kinds of things.
Well, it's increased my intuition. It's increased a lot of the vibes that I get from people when they come in. And I joined the Medical Mediums Practitioner Forum. So we all got a 30-minute consult with Anthony William, the medical medium.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And so about 10 minutes into the call, he says, well, I don't see anything really wrong with you. If there was anything wrong with me, you're the one I'd want to come to, because of what he sees with all these healers, with all the issues.
Wow.
And so he said, well, so what do you want to talk about now? So we just chit-chatted for a while, and I hung up. I was like, oh, but I guess I wanted to hear something was wrong, because I thought there's always something for us to work on.
And
right?
You do this how many times a month, do you think? 4
times a month. I go in once a week. And it's important. You can't overdo it. You can poison yourself with energy medicine and energy healing. I think you do something, you let it integrate. Don't call us up and get an appointment when you have acupuncture right after or massage right after, because you're not then respecting this or the acupuncture or the massage, because
Correct.
You need to let it integrate.
Yeah.
And otherwise you're spinning your body out of control and the body doesn't know what you want. So.
And don't you want to know what could be responsible for helping you to feel better? And you won't know that if you're doing multiple modalities at once, including this. So it is, I know that's one of the protocols, is that you ask people not to do something right before and not for a few days after, so this can integrate, so they can kind of know how they feel about this and see what that is without anything else clogging that energy.
And the only reason I tell you not to do something before is because if you've done something before and you come into us, we're going to cancel that out. You're not letting it integrate. So
True.
You can, but it's just going to cancel it out.
Okay.
And then the reason why I tell you not to do anything after is because we want to let this integrate and do its work.
Because I feel like a lot of times I can still feel it working on me 48 hours later.
For sure.
Especially in my dreams, my sleep.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yep.
So it's awesome. I love it so much.
Yay.
And I
Me
can't
too.
wait for people. I know, I can't wait for
Kind
people.
of biased.
Yeah, right. So we have you have an egg that you just sold to Ireland. So you can go to Ireland and get in an egg now.
Have to go to Ireland.
Yes.
Have to.
And then where else do we have eggs?
Harmonic egg in Rapid City, South Dakota. And we just went into production in October. They opened November 1st, and then Ireland will get one this fall.
Yeah.
So we're doing
We have several
sales.
people looking in California.
Yep.
And we have a lady in Australia that we're talking to.
Australia,
Yeah.
Florida, Sarasota. We're selling territories because we want to make sure that you're successful with where you open a center. So we don't want to put them on top of each other, but we want to have them in all the major cities.
I know. And we had a really cool man that came in a few weeks back that talked about how when he got in the egg and when he came out, he said, I didn't think I'd see this kind of technology for 300 years.
Oh yeah.
That was an amazing compliment.
Right. I know, I was kind of blown away.
And then some people, especially men, when they sit in it, what I've noticed is that they feel like they're in a spaceship. They're just like, and even that one guy that was like, oh no, don't lay me back because I drove like this.
Yeah, I don't want to recline in the zero gravity position. I want to sit up like this, how I used to drive these things.
Like, so it it can bring back memories of lives on other planets even. I mean, I know that's getting woo-woo and way out there for some people, but it's really cool.
If we pull back from the woo-woo, in the life vessel, I was able to heal very, very much so physically. The second generation, where it was the horizontal axis, 360, emotional healing was much more efficient and effective. this one even goes deeper, emotional healing. And when I first got into the egg, I remember being born.
Wow.
And I thought, I don't want to call my mom and dad before they passed away, and ask them if this is true, because I feel like it's so true that if they tell me, no, your dad wasn't there, blah, 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 then I'd be disappointed. But I did call, and exactly how I remembered it was exactly what they said happened.
Oh my gosh.
And that time, my dad was scared, and he was in love with this new baby, and I felt his fear and his love, and that's where I think I smashed fear goes with love together. And up until recently, when the egg came, was I able to really separate that, but I didn't know.
Wow.
So it makes sense, though. Fear equals love, love equals fear. My dad was scared to death, but he loved me, and it was just that was the emotion.
Wow. I mean, it gets so deep.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to talk about before we have to go really quick is that the older technologies, talk about the divine masculine and feminine qualities of the technology.
So, in my opinion, and a lot of stuff that I get intuitively now, you're not going to be able to research it on the internet, because it's like, I know what I know, but I can't prove it at this point. But the life vessel was a rectangular box, very angled, very masculine. So when I asked for an update to that before I created my own, because I figured I'm going to have to just do this myself, I got a rounded, sides and a horizontal axis, 360 healing, so you could feel it was much more feminine, which would make sense that there was a more emotional healing.
True.
And so with this one, we decided to go with an egg, which, is feminine, but that's where birth and life comes from. But there's also an angled hexagon platform in there. So there's the masculine and the feminine energies that are together in there. It's a beautiful thing.
It is so balanced. It is so balanced. And we have a group of friends, you and I, over the last 10 years that have also gotten to do the older technologies versus this one. And they're very much healers and readers and, very intuitive channelers, mediums. And they have just been blown away by this one, blown away by the egg. Like, come out and we had two of them that went into the two eggs together at the exact same time. When they came out, they were talking telepathically to each other. Then both of them were just like freaked out because they were finishing each other's sentences. And it was just, we have seen everything. Like, I'm so glad to be a part of the Life Center now. I'm working here part-time with Gail right now, and it's so exciting. I love it so much. Best job ever, best place ever, high frequency in here. You can feel it when you walk in the door. We keep everything very, the lights are done just right. Like, you've thought of everything. Like, you walk in and you don't ever have the overhead lighting. You have soft healing music on, even in the out room. You have in the waiting room. You have just the lights are all done right. Everything's kept very quiet. People know to use their inside voice when they walk in, and
except little kids.
So we don't have very many little kids, but some of them do just run in full circle. Yeah, but yeah, it's really lovely. It's just, you can tell it's a healing environment. You can tell it's a high frequency as soon as you walk in the door.
And it's been intuition. It's been, oh, I think I need to do this. Oh, I think I need to put this picture up here. Oh, I think I need to do this. So I'm very humbled by it. But it's amazing to be able to, we just had an elderly lady in recently, and she said she has lived 72 years of her life with these glasses on she calls pain. Glasses from childhood. She's not gotten any relief from this childhood pain. And she said the egg took these glasses off, and she's feeling like this is the first time in 72 years. What does that feel like when you can do this for people? And if we believe in a past life review, or a life review when we pass, I can't wait.
I know, right?
I'm sure I've hurt people. I'm sure I've hurt people's feelings. I'm sure that I've done some things. But all the people that we've helped here, and it's just pretty amazing. So,
you've definitely balanced your karma out on the good side, way over, no matter what. But yeah, it's such an amazing modality. Kudos to you. Congratulations. This is amazing. Yeah, and if you want to talk to Gail about opening a life center and buying an egg, use the contact information at the end of this interview. Give her a call. It's an amazing. She'll interview you and make sure it's a good fit for her babies.
Yeah.
Takes about 2 months to produce them, right? Roughly.
Lead time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to be a part of all this. It's an amazing. We'll have part 2. We may have to do another interview soon because it's so hard to cram everything into 15 or 20 minutes.
And to keep your attention.
To keep your attention for that long. But yeah, it's we are going to do another one. I want to do a tour of the Life Center, and so we can see both the girls, the girls. And I'm just really excited about having a new group of people in here and marketing this to the healers out there, to the metaphysical people. That you don't always, somebody, you can't get in with the person you want to get in, or they live really far, or this or that, or they're not feeling good that day, but you need something done that day. Call the Life Center and get in the egg. It's absolutely an incredible experience. You will never ever regret it. It'll be amazing. I know it, and haven't seen anybody yet that was disappointed in the least bit. So we are going to end our interview here. Thank you so much for having us and letting us set up all our stuff in your beautiful room in this sacred space that we love. And you guys have a great weekend. Have a great week. And thank you so much for watching.